Hey everybody, I hope you're doing really well. I am Afefe with Touch by Tarot, and I do intuitive. If you're new to my channel, welcome here. I do intuitive tarot readings. I often combine them with oracles. I usually do a week ahead, what to expect in the week ahead. So I take those on, try to get them out to you by Sunday, the beginning of the week. And then I also do new moon and full moon readings. It so happens that the beginning of this week coincides with this strawberry moon, the full moon in Sagittarius that went full yesterday, the 3rd. I am taping this on Sunday, the 4th. So this will be sort of a combo. We think about that full moon in Sagittarius bringing, that energy of ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. So bringing that energy of what feels like big expansion, big dreams, going for things, going, as they say, go big or go home, right? Thinking about also optimism to the extent that some of us may be struggling with keeping our momentum, keeping our focus. Sagittarius, that fiery energy, optimistic, bigger world views, your philosophy, your spiritual philosophy, your philosophy on life, traveling, anything that expands your world and expands your consciousness and your curiosity about life. So that has a lot to do with this full moon energy we're experiencing right now. And then I'm going to look at that going into the week ahead and what you can expect. I'm going to do 3 piles, and I'm going to pull a catalyst card so you can, see what your intuition, what your higher self and your guides kind of ping you to follow which message. You'll know which message is for you. And sometimes it's more than one. So just go with your gut. All right. Let's see what comes forth. If you're returning, you know how grateful I am for you. Please spread the word. I'm trying to deliver really good content, trying to be more consistent. I still work full time like many YouTubers do, so I still got to do what I do. I'm on my grind, got to pay the bills, but this is my passion and this is where I'm trying to grow. And this is where I feel like I genuinely am making a difference in the world, okay? Every time I do a reading, I pray, let something come forward that helps somebody in some way. So let's go for it. That's the game, that's the game we're playing here. That's the aim of the game, I should say, all right? So pile number 1, if this pings you, you have the caterpillar and opportunity. All right, that'll be pile number 1, the caterpillar, opportunity. And I'll show those to you again before I go in. For those of you who choose pile number 2, your catalyst is a will of the wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. Treasures hidden in the shadows. Sounds a little mysterious. That may draw some of you, all right? That'll be pile number 2. And for those who choose pile number 3, your catalyst is a magician's sword. Confidence in your magic. Wow. All right? Magician's sword. Confidence in your magic, pile number 3. Okay? So let me go over those again just to make sure you have a chance to settle in on them and choose. Pile number 1, caterpillar. And the words, it is opportunity. Your key word is opportunity. Pile number 1. Pile number 2 is this will of the wisp. And it says treasures hidden in the shadows. We'll find out what that's about in the week ahead. Again, this reading is going to be what you can expect in the next 7 days, starting today, Sunday, June 4th, going through Saturday, I think that's the 10th, June 10th. And pile number 3, the magician's sword. And it says confidence in your magic. All right? Okay, let's go in. Going to put 2 and 3 aside, and let's see for those of you who were drawn to pile number 1, this caterpillar and its opportunity. We're looking at the week ahead. So what ways are you going to experience new opportunities? Maybe you are the one creating opportunities, but we'll see. In the week ahead, Spirit, for those who chose caterpillar and opportunity, please show me how that's going to evolve for them, how that's going to appear for them in the week ahead. June 4th through June 10th. Okay. Let's see what comes. Ooh, you have an Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I always pay attention to that, where we land. Ace of Cups. So the week ahead, this opportunity is definitely something that makes you feel like you want to go for it, like you want to embrace it. It is about finding your joy. It is about something that you get success. I almost want to say not effortlessly, but it comes easy to you. The ideas flow, the doors open, things really, opportunity knocks and knocks loud, okay? That sort of vibe. So we're going to keep that to the side because that was at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to put your cards down and then we'll interpret. Whoa. All right. Let me say this to you all, pile number 1, who chose this opportunity. As they say, keep your head on the swivel and be on the lookout this week, because this is a powerful week for you all. Why do I say this? I just pulled 3 major arcana for you back to back. When we pull those major arcana in the tarot, we know that this is truly spirit speaking, and it is speaking to high vibration energies that are coming towards you, and it is speaking to things that are happening with you right now, decisions that you make, opportunities that come your way. That this is very much about things that can have long impact, going forward in a long, impactful sort of way. So we have Temperance, ruled by Sagittarius, full moon in Sagittarius, right? We just talked about that. And Temperance is a card where you are going, in the week coming, there is opportunity for healing. There's opportunity for the win-win. I love that when I see Temperance, because what Temperance does is it takes your situation with someone else's. It takes sort of like that opposites. If there's, polarities, it could be this and it could be that, and you've got to figure out how to make things work together for a solution. It's a card of alchemy. So this week, if you are, especially, in your relationships, in your home, in your health, in your careers, whatever when it's you and someone else or something else, and you're trying to find that middle ground, this week there is opportunity for you to have that win-win and find that middle ground. A key to it, you have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is about bringing into light, bringing into existence knowledge that you hold within. It is a card that very often symbolizes sort of like a mysterious kind of component to what's going on with you. It symbolizes when it's like you know it, but you still have to apply yourself to use your intuition to implement it. To make your decisions based on something that you have an awareness, and you go, okay, now that I recognize that, here's how I think I can best put it to use. Opportunity is your key word this week. So the opportunity is for you to use something that's going to come to your mind, your intuition, and access information that perhaps you hadn't thought about it that way before. Because the High Priestess often reveals things that are hidden, or there's a message from your guides that says, there's more than meets the eye here. And not necessarily in a bad or suspicious way, but just that there's more than meets the eye. This opportunity that's presenting itself to you this week, you may not even see it coming. Or it could be sitting right there in front of you, and it just hasn't occurred to you yet. And so the High Priestess brings you that awareness, so that in Temperance you go, oh, I get it. There's me. Here's this opportunity, this person, this thing that I can do. And here's what I need to do now to begin to bring it toward me, to take advantage of the opportunity. Your third card is Justice. Justice having to do with relationships, with how you balance relationships, how you really come to recognize perhaps something in the relationship that you didn't know before. And if it means taking the time to really, the High Priestess is not a card where you go to somebody and start asking a bunch of questions, okay? Or where you actually, you're taking an active role. It's a more internal process. So this could also be about internally deciding for yourself injustice. Things are being weighed out. Things are being brought into balance. And the key is that you want to have that balance that is fair. All three of your cards have to do with some form of considering your position and someone else's. With Temperance, we talked about there's the two sides of something and then finding the win-win. Alchemy, blending things so that it becomes something else, but the something else is the win-win. It is the greater part of the two things. It is the healing that can take place when people, ideas, things come together and blend in a good way. High Priestess is shedding the light on how also a twos representing partnerships and balance and things very often. It is about not going at it outwardly, but inwardly deciding what else is it that I need to see about this situation in order to really take advantage of the opportunity. And Justice is coming to say, find your equilibrium, similar to Temperance. Find the equilibrium between you and the goal, you and this person, you and this situation. What is the thing that can keep you in harmony and in sync, and what is fair? So that you will feel comfortable about making the decision and taking advantage of the opportunity. I want to pull a couple of more for you. I'm feeling led to do that. And keeping in mind, too, that you have that Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So that's saying whatever this is, as you reach this balance with someone or with the thing, as you uncover more information about it with that High Priestess, so that you can do what is just and right and fair with the Justice card. It all circles back to that Ace of Cups as well, which says it has to be what feels good and what flows. If this opportunity is something that makes you feel like it's a constant uphill climb, there's just constant obstacles, it doesn't really feel right, you feel like you're, what am I fighting for? That's something you want to think about this week, because whatever this is, this opportunity that Spirit wants you to take, it is meant to make you feel good. It is meant to go your way, like all systems go. I want to pull a couple of more for you. You have the Eight of Pentacles. This is more work oriented. And it could be, even if it is work that you're doing on yourself, pile number one, it is a lot of work that you've put in. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is a card of mastery. It is a card of working hard. It is a card of craftsmanship. It is not where you're starting from zero. This is something that has been in motion for a while, something that you've worked at for a while, a relationship, a health issue that has been, you've been dealing with for a while, and you have a lot of knowledge about it. That's probably why the opportunity is ready to present itself to you, because you have worked and really put a lot of effort toward it. It's just for you at this point striking a balance between what it is you really want, what the other person or the situation calls for, and the Ten of Wands. I'm not surprised to see that at all, because this is a lot of work. And the opportunity, I think that's why you got all these balance cards in there, because what Spirit is saying is you don't have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to carry the load. You don't have to push yourself beyond, maximum capacity to get something done, to have the relationship you want, to get the work done, to achieve your goals, to have good health. You shouldn't have to do it all. All of these cards, Temperance, High Priestess, and Justice, are indicating that there's an opportunity for you to do it with someone else and to partner with someone else. You have the Five of Wands, exactly. Notice, we just had the Ten of Wands, so Spirit is saying we don't want you to be overburdened. This week, this opportunity is about getting you more help. You have the Five of Wands that's saying that help is going to come because you have many, many different avenues toward it. And the idea is you have that Ace of Cups. You have to feel certain enough about it so that you flow with it, or it is able to flow toward you. Because the Five of Wands is very often where there's a bit of a conflict. It doesn't have to be from a negative place. It could just be, the conflict could be internally, where that there's opportunity. You've worked really hard with that Eight of Pentacles. You know that you've been doing the right things to get the result that you want, but that Five of Wands could be an internal conflict pushing you to always carry more, do more, feel responsible for it all. And Spirit is saying for you this week, it is really about finding the middle ground having patience with someone else, and deciding for yourself, that high priestess, really pay attention to the signs of who it is that can help you, benefit you, the role that they play in your lives, because help is definitely there for you. That's the opportunity that you're being given, is to find that middle ground and that partnership, so that it makes something flow a lot easier for you this week with that Ace of Cups. All right, pile number one. I hope that resonates for you. See how it goes. Definitely take a moment to examine if there's something that hasn't occurred to you yet. If there's something that, intuitively you still need to, check in with yourself about what's possible to change, Temperance, what's possible to mix it up a little bit so you can get that win-win and do what is right, both for yourself and for the other person or other situation, with Justice. That's your ticket, okay? All right. Pile number two, those of you who chose the Will of the Wisp, and it says treasures hidden in the shadows. Oof, let's see what that was all about. All right, Spirit, pile number two, those who chose the Will of the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. What does that mean? What can they expect the week of June 4 to June 10th with this Will of the Wisp and treasures hidden in the shadows? What is available to them? What is coming toward them? What can they expect the week of June 4 to June 10? Will of the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. Ooh, that wants to come. 5 of Cups. All right, so that is this week. We're starting off with the 5 of Cups. There's some emotional growth that you're undergoing right now. Treasures hidden in the shadows, then in that context, is speaking to this week, what you have had to do to sort of pull back and reassess where you are emotionally. If there's something that you've been struggling with emotionally, perhaps even your ability to express your emotions, because I'm looking at this treasures hidden in the shadows. It could be that for some of you, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever's really been on your mind and on your heart, it's been more of an internal process, so that you haven't necessarily found a way or exactly what it is that you want to say about it. You've got the Ace of Wands. All right, so that is going to change this week. You also got the 8 of Pentacles. That came in pile number 1 as well. And the 6 of Pentacles. There is something that you want to do that this week, what has been hidden in the shadows, treasures hidden in the shadows. Spirit is saying there is something that you haven't quite recognized yet. There's something else there for you that's going to boost your spirits and kind of get you back in play. And I say that because remember, your first card I saw was this Ace of Wands. Now, we talked about your catalyst that jumped out for you, in addition to the Will of the Wisp, was this 5 of Cups. It shows you being in a space of perhaps needing more emotional grounding, perhaps needing really to get a grip on what it is that's kind of, just beneath your surface in the shadows. Because this Ace of Wands is saying this week, there is an opportunity for you to turn it on, to click, to have something reignited or ignited in you. This is a potential for fire, for passion, for action, the potential to be ready to take that next step and do it confidently and do it with full belief in your capacity to realize and achieve whatever that is. You have Pentacles on either side of this Wands. You have the 8 of Pentacles, which I mentioned to you. So this feels very much like something that has a lot of meaning for you. If it is your personal life, this is a relationship that you've put a lot of effort and work into. It could be your own personal development, your home, anything that is a part of your real 3D or 4D even world. Something that with Pentacles, we are dealing with the tangible outcome of our efforts. We are dealing with our money, our health, our relationships, our home, what we own, what we possess, okay? You've put a lot of energy and effort into it. And the Six of Pentacles is here to say it is a card of give and take. It is a card of opportunity. And for you, because your catalyst here was what's hidden in the shadows, I think what Spirit is saying is there's something this week that's going to be offered to you with this Ace of Wands. Something, and this is active. This is something you will see. It is not in the shadows. It is definitely something that comes to your awareness, some sign that you are given. Be on the lookout for that, of a gift that is coming your way, and it's going to help you continue your pursuit of whatever this is that you've been working on. All right? I want more. Spirit, please give me a little more around this. That Ace of Wands and the potential, the work that's been put in, perhaps even behind the scenes, because there's this, keeping the feelings hidden in the shadows. The Eight of Swords, I'm not at all surprised to see that. And the Three of Swords, perfect. That ties into what's been in the shadows. Okay, I got it. Pile number 2. You have that Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords that have come as clarifiers for you. It ties nicely for me into this Five of Cups that came out for you as well. And the treasures hidden in the shadows. This is you having an opportunity this week to heal. Something coming toward you with that Ace of Wands. Something coming toward you, or something that clicks for you. A new way to go about your healing. Because this, again, is something that you've been working on for a long time. However, with the Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords, there's a push and pull with it. It may be where you feel like you've made a certain amount of progress in regards to, this relationship, this job, your own internal personal growth. You made a certain amount of progress, but something is still at you. Something has not been released yet. And keeping in mind too, you all, that we're doing this reading at the time of a full moon. Full moons are that time of release. They are that time where things have reached a certain peak, a certain fullness, the fullness of the moon, where it is now time to release it. It is time to let it go. There is something that you have been worrying about, something that you have felt anxious about. It has disturbed you emotionally. And I feel like it is something that, with the Three of Swords, it's something, this is often called a card of grief, because it doesn't even have to be something that has happened recently or like yesterday or just now. It very often can be something that has followed you sort of in the shadows. Treasures hidden in the shadows, it's here. But it's something that's hidden in the shadows that has still, where you haven't quite released it yet. And I think your treasure is the work that you have done to try and release it, to try and keep going, to heal yourself. And there's some confidence that you need. That's the Ace of Wands that you've got. It's the confidence that you need to believe again and to know that it is possible for you to feel the happiness, for you to enjoy. Remember, with the Five of Cups, 3 of them are down, but you've got 2 left. There's more to come. There's more coming your way this week, pile number 2. And it's not easy for you. 6 of Cups. Perfect. It goes to what I was saying, where sometimes what you've been grieving and what you're still healing from could be from the past. It could be something that you've been working on for a period of time. And you've done a lot. You've accomplished a lot. I see a lot of progress here for you. But in the week to come, something is going to click to make you feel like, okay, that's it. I've done enough. I'm ready for happiness again. Because the 6 of Cups is a card of happiness. It's a card of joy. It very often points to a time in the past where we felt joyful. It reconnects us to, that that part of ourselves that is hopeful, that is innocent, that can rebound and recover after an illness, after a breakup, after changing jobs, after growing older, after all, different things that life brings our way. This is a card of renewal. It is a card of remembering. They say sometimes nostalgia is a word that is very often associated with the Six of Pentacles. This nostalgia. And also, it just occurred to me, I just realized, pay attention. The numbers 6 and the numbers 8 are very important for you all this week. I say that because you got the Six of Pentacles as well as the Six of Cups. And you have that 8 of Pentacles as well as the 8 of Swords. All right, so 6s and 8s are going to be numbers. Pay attention to those numbers, however they ping you, however they show up for you. But I'm just noticing the repeating pattern, so I wanted to mention that to you. So overall, you all, pile number 2. What has been in the shadows is some feelings that you've had, some inner work, some emotional struggle that you're still dealing with, that has been, a part of you or your life where you've made a lot of progress, 100%. Your effort is being acknowledged here. But what Spirit is saying is, in order to move forward in a place of peace, in a place of confidence and certainty, and to be able to let go. Because the thing with the Eight of Swords is very often it's us kind of tripping, running things over our mind, about what could possibly go wrong, lacking a little bit of that confidence, afraid to try again, open our hearts again, believe in our abundance, believe in our bodies, our health, our recovery, all those things. It's where it's not that you've given up hope or given up faith, but it's a struggle to get you there. It's not as easy as it once was. And that's why that Six of Cups has come to say, remember how easy it used to be and kind of dial it back a little bit. Get your head in that frame of mind again, all right? Because there is definitely new opportunity. I'm looking at the way these two came together with that ace, going back to that Ace of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. That is opportunity being offered to you. And that is not in the shadows. The shadows is you getting, there's something this week that gets you over the hump, over the finish line, so that you can begin to recognize just how much is available to you. And when you shift that mindset, that's what triggers it. That's what brings that Ace of Wands, actually lights that flame and gets you going this week. All right, pile number 2. I hope that resonates for you. That felt really, really good. And again, Spirit is telling me constantly, acknowledging the work that you have done. You have done tremendous work in whatever area this is, whatever area that you've been, that you were disappointed, that you have grieved, that you are in the process of healing, what you've had to work through. All of that is definitely acknowledged, and Spirit is saying, wait till you see what comes. But in order for us to get it to you, we need you to let go of that loop. If there's that internal loop that you've still been playing, or you go 2 steps ahead and then ease back a little bit because you're not certain of it. Remember what happiness feels like. Remember what happiness feels like. And that's going to attract that Ace of Wands energy to you this week. All right? All right. Best of luck to you. All right, we're going to go to pile number 3. Those of you who were drawn to this Magician's Sword. And it says confidence in your magic. All right? All right, pile number 3. Let's see what this is about. Spirit, those of us who were drawn to the Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic. Please, what can they expect the week of June 4th through June 10th? The Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic. What is the message for those who were drawn to that for the week of June 4th through June 10th? What is the message for those who were drawn to the Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic? Ooh, you have the Star at the bottom of the deck. We are not going to ignore that. So going into your reading, confidence in your magic. The Star is about hope. It is about Follow your star. It is about not being afraid to shine like a star. It is about stepping into your authentic self. It is about, ruled by Aquarius. So it is about the bigger picture. It is about what it is that you are here to do. Your magic and confidence in your magic. Remembering that what you can do and what you are meant to do can have a really big impact on others, on the world around you. This is big magic, the star. Wow. I can't wait to see what your cards are. You have the Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Wow, twos are coming out heavy for you. And the King of Swords. Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the King of Swords. This is some decisive action that you are taking. And I love, you were drawn to this Magician's sword. And what did you get? The King of Swords. Spirit is definitely here for you. You know, you're in tune with this energy. Let's say that going into the reading. You are ready to do and take action on what you know. You have the experience, you have the knowledge, and you have the wisdom. You also have control, or maybe feeling like you are in control is a part of what, having that confidence in your magic. But in order for you to do it, there is a part of this week where you are being encouraged to really hone in on your vision with that Two of Wands. Two of Wands is definitely a card of having a focus forward. It's almost like I'm seeing like where you have a goal that you can see in front of you, and you are walking toward that goal so intently that you don't even have to look at the ground in front of you to make sure there's nothing to stumble over. You know what I mean? It's where you are just, your body, your being, your confidence, your essence to go towards that goal. So much so that you don't have to worry about looking at your feet or looking down at the ground. That's the energy that's coming here. And the Two of Pentacles is saying, remembering to keep yourself balanced with both what that goal is and the resources, Pentacles, the resources that you have to achieve that goal. Keep that in balance. Making sure that you honor, for instance, if you are working towards something, your magic, having confidence in your magic, and you are being very decisive about it, you are taking control of your vision, but you will still need others, not losing sight of the fact that you will need help, you will need cooperation, that there is other information or other resources that are going to help you and that are available to you, even with all of this expertise that you have, even with all of this wisdom that you're bringing to it. You definitely, if you were drawn to this, chances are you are involved, and you're drawn to a tarot reading, so you're definitely involved in spiritual work. You believe in a spiritual path. You believe in your guides. You believe in something more. But you are still discovering your place in operating with that. And you're confident. It's not a lack of confidence. You have the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. All right, now we're getting somewhere. The Eight of Cups and the Queen of Cups is this balance that you're being called to remember this week, pile number 3, has to do with knowing how hard you have worked to walk away from anything that has held you back. That's part of what's coming up here with this King of Swords and that decisiveness and the Magician's sword. You have learned how to take better care of yourself and to put your needs first, to recognize when something is not working in your benefit or for your benefit. If it's been something that you invested a lot of your emotional energy in the past, and you simply reached a point where that Queen of Cups comes to say, Here, if it wasn't working for you and you had to learn how to move on towards something that was more fulfilling, I feel like for a lot of you, this is definitely in regards to your work. It is in regards to what you see in the outside world. I don't necessarily feel like this is your personal development. The two go hand in hand. As you grow and develop yourself personally, then what it is that you do, in your work, in your career, with your family, building your life. That the two go hand in hand. As you work on yourself, the things around you grow and expand as well. But what Spirit is saying here is it's reminding you. Perhaps some of you need a reminder of just how much you've done to take care of yourself, to get to where you are at this point in life. And so now there is every reason to feel confident in your magic. And the star is remembering that it's going to take time. Whatever this vision is, whatever you're doing, it takes time. The star is a card. One reason they say it is filled with hope and a far-reaching vision. Picture yourself at night with that telescope looking out at the stars. It's not like you're holding everything in your hand and you have the results right here, right now, in the moment. But it is between that Two of Wands and the star. It is about having that laser-focused vision on what is possible. And the star combines both. On the one hand, your foot is in the earth, on the earth, you're grounded, you understand what's real, you understand that, realistically, practically, things may have to go, take time. There may be a certain steps that you have to go forward to get to where you're going. But it is also a card of water, the flow of life. Seeding and planting and watering your dreams to bring them into fruition and to keep your vision clear. For those of you, pile number 3, I'm feeling strongly. If you do not, if you do not already have a vision board or a journal or something where you give yourself, laser vision, here is where I'm going, here is what the goal is. You need that reminder. I think that is also what the Two of Pentacles is speaking to you all about, is having both a balance of what is and where you are going, what the future is going to look like. Here's today and here's tomorrow. Here's 2023, here's 2024, 2025. You know what I mean? And one really good tool that, especially with that King of Swords energy, is decisively, you know exactly what it is. There is no confusion here. It's just about identifying the pieces, confidence in your magic. And I think that a vision board for many of you will be a very powerful magical tool for you to use. It takes what that Two of Wands vision of what it is you're bringing into existence, what you've dreamed, what you visualize, what you know is possible, and begin to actually bring it into existence. I just pulled the Tower for you. I actually think in your case, this is a beautifully powerful, positive card, because the Tower says you have already, the change is done. The transformation is done. That's how that's how you got to the King of Swords energy. Excuse me. Take some water. I've got some incense going today. I got my mood going, but I think it's getting to my throat. You have done the work. You know who you are. You know what you're creating. The Tower with that Mars and Pluto energy says there's no going back. What is done is done. And that is why you're going toward more with the star. You know what that vision is. And for you, Spirit is reminding you, excuse me, what is done is done. And to incorporate that and accept that in a positive way. Not about what has been lost, even though that could include things that have felt like it was a loss. Could be physically, job change, going back to COVID over the past few years, and how so many people's lives drastically changed as a result of that. I want another card on the Tower. just to confirm, I really feel like, usually we get the tower and we're like, oh boy. But I really feel like for you all, because you wanted that magician's sword, because clearly you've got the king of swords, you know what you're doing. You have worked at this for a long time. The star is your vision with that two of wands. Like, you are all systems go. The queen, going back to that queen of cups with the eight of cups, you've done the work to heal yourself and set yourself off in a new direction. Notice even the artwork on that eight of cups. See that path ahead? Going through everything that you had to do. I feel like that's the tower. That tower is behind you. Things did change, and they changed pretty drastically. It could have been some pretty heavy changes. And you got the Nine of Pentacles. Perfect. I knew it. This is, in the week ahead especially, this is about you making some material advances. You will see it. You will recognize it. It is, excuse me. I'm so sorry, pile number 3. I won't light that incense again before I do a reading. And this is my third pile, so I've been talking for a while. But I really apologize to you for that. We're almost done. So the Nine of Pentacles clarifies that tower. Something had to get cleared away for you all in order for you to benefit. And this is tangible. This is the new job or the investments or a new path to abundance. This is the health recovered, if that's, the area of life. This is the relationship repaired or making way for a new relationship. This is you moving confidently in your magic, going back to your initial card, because you have put in the work to be able to do it. You know who you are. And if, for some of you, if this does point to a person, that King of Swords, if this is a person who is in your life or who is coming toward your life, then know that they are there to help boost your plans. That as you make the plans, it is okay to make it with this other person. There is a common and a shared vision, going back to the twos that showed up in your reading. If you need a partner or you have thought about a partner, that is a part of you. If that's a part of your star energy and what you're dreaming about and focusing toward, there is momentum. And Spirit is reminding you that because of the healing that you've done and learning how to nurture and take care of yourself with the Queen of Cups, that is what begins to bring the fruit of your labors to bear with that Nine of Pentacles. Okay? All right, pile number 3. Sorry for the few coughs that we had, but we got through it. And again, I think my incense was a little too spicy. I also have it pretty close to me. That may have been a mistake. So I apologize for the coughing, but I hope you got the message. I wish you an incredible week ahead. And I will talk to you really, really, really soon. Have a good one. I'd love your feedback. Please spread the word about my channel. I'm trying to grow, trying to give good content, and I really appreciate your participation as well. If you want to book a reading with me, you can do so through my website. You can book online. It's trulytouchedbytarot.com. Okay, all one word. trulytouchedbytarot.com. You can also email me directly. I am at touchedbytarot@gmail.com. All right, have a fantastic week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.